Hello, I'm Eva Gordon, and tonight you will be joining me in the Living Life by Design. This is a part of the Life Beloved series where I'll be sharing with you my story on how to live life on your own terms, which is what I call success. So I want to start with the fact that ever since a little girl, I've been told or been raised to help and serve others. And I felt that I had to do that as far as by being a pediatrician. I felt that doctors help people live better lives, especially being in medical field. And all throughout my life, especially throughout middle school and high school, that still dream of being a doctor stayed with me. And besides wanting to be a doctor, as I mentioned, I was always raised to help and serve others. So whether by being a Girl Scout or volunteering at church or volunteering at school or helping others on the block, that was just something that was instilled in me as to serving others. So all throughout my life, I was always raised to just be a sister or, able to volunteer when needed or help those when no one else is being, else is helping someone else. And when I got to college, I still continued the same service. However, my professional goals began to change. When I realized that I wasn't really passionate about the science or medical field, I focused on what I was passionate about, and that was writing and trying to figure out how society worked or the social sciences. Most of all, I did well. I did well in writing, so I took writing courses in fiction writing, nonfiction writing, and journalism. And then I also took up some courses in the social sciences. So it isn't that being a doctor was bad, but I don't think that was my real true calling or the path I was supposed to take. So then that was the first shift in my life. Not wanting to stop serving others, but serving others from my passion and my interest, which is how you really serve others. So, with that being said, I majored in sociology, and I had a minor in English writing. So before I finished up undergrad, I was taking a summer job doing research in drug abuse in youth, and I did that for about a few years, and I still did that job until a year after I finished my undergraduate degree. And what I did was I realized that in that doing that job, the research subjects are just that, subjects. They're not people, they're numbers. And that you cannot do effective research if you have a personal connection with people. Isn't that people are non-existent to you, but you have to be objective. You can't be objective and really have substantial or really real, genuine information if there's a personal connection. So as we were collecting the data, we did surveys of young people in local high schools as to their views on drug abuse and violence. So the rules were you really can't know their personal names, you can't know what grade they're in, you can't know just little things about them. There's a wall there. There's an invisible wall between you and the students. So it's funny, one day I was doing this actual research study in a local high school. I saw my neighbor, and I really couldn't talk to her. I just said hello, and I couldn't really engage her in a conversation. So I felt a little bad about that because I had to be not rude, but again, that invisible wall was up between myself and the young person. So during that last year of the job I had doing research, I realized that I wanted to have a more personal connection with people. Definitely, research is definitely important, and research is how we definitely um, get a lot of information on a lot of health issues and how we define policies today through research. I realized that I did enough in that role of research and get the basis for a lot of the foundation of social policies. Now I thought it was time to get that sense of how people really think about certain views and how certain policies affect people's lives. So I ended up getting a job as a caseworker in Brownsville, Brooklyn. And the job was to prevent foster care placement by providing services to families. And the funny thing was that this is the last thing I ever wanted to do in my life. I'd never been to being a social worker, as I said before, or working with children who are at risk of being in foster care. I thought it would be a lot of work and stressful, and it was stressful and a lot of work, which it definitely is, but also rewarding. And the rewarding part is that you're able to meet families where they are, but most of all, help them live a better life, which is why I said earlier about serving others by helping others live a better life. So even though I'm not a doctor, but as a social worker, I really began to help those live best lives in a healthy way. And part of being healthy is being safe. And the major role in working with children and families or being in social services is helping folks live the best life, whether it be through getting therapy or getting access to health care or after school services, housing assistant, or just someone to talk to. That's what I do. And I did a job as a caseworker for 3 years, and then I got my master's degree, which I definitely wanted to do in general to really help more people because when I was a caseworker, one of my clients needed therapy, and he asked me, why can't you be my therapist? I said, well, I can't. It's not my role to be a therapist, but we can still talk, and you can still see me. And so it kind of took in my head. I really want to do more of that, more therapy for children, because they need to see a variety of people providing services, not one realm, but all kinds of people providing mental health services. So that little question clicked in my head about really helping children with therapeutic services. So I got my master's degree in social work, and currently I do a different job now where I manage services in the East New York area, again, East New York Brownsville area of Brooklyn, to help families, again, live a better life through services and access to services in the community to prevent foster care placement, and to those who are in the system to give them access and support they need to really live the best life. So about 4 years ago, I was still working, current job. My brother invited me to his house to see something one night. So I figured I'd come, older brother, why not? He's been a mentor, still a mentor to this day. And he had me watch Opportunity. And the Opportunity was 5 Links. And so the Opportunity is really about how to live life on your own terms. Yes, it is a company. We do provide access to services, be it telecom services, at better rates. That's our goal. But hope to help you get paid on those services on a monthly basis. Yes, that's one of our main missions. And to get customers on those services. Yes. And those 2 missions are the vehicles or the means to an end. So what does that look like? Well, it means you're building your business on a part-time basis. Meaning you are the CEO of your business. So you're building it on your own terms, on your own time. Again, like I said earlier, I believe that success is building life on your own terms. So yes, it does mean that you have to learn new ways. Being an entrepreneur, which is not easy, but it's a new skill I'm willing to take, to have, again, that shift in life. And the shift meaning to really living life by design. And it really means that if you have bigger goals, how do you accomplish those goals? So one thing we learned about in 5 Links is why. Why do a thing like this? Why do network marketing? Why bother? And the thing is that what are you passionate about? Still passionate about helping youth and families with better lives. Still passionate about the health in the black community and community in general. Still passionate about writing. As I mentioned earlier, I got a minor in English writing. Still want to do more of that. But some things take money. And my current job is great. But again, salaries have limitations. And not everyone's job is guaranteed a bonus or a raise. Particularly with our current economy right now, my job is government funded, so the government is not giving out more money to certain things, so we have to live on what was been given to us, which can be hard. And it's very hard to build a life when you have limitations on how much you can earn. Now, in marketing, there are no limits to how much you can earn, especially in the company 5 Links. Once you have proven, once you have met the goals and met the outcomes to advance, you automatically advance. And that doesn't happen in regular jobs. Some jobs, you may work very hard, or you have worked very hard, you have trained people, but you're not guaranteed promotion. You're not guaranteed to really have a more influential role in your job. Sometimes because you do well, it might just mean a pat in the back or even more projects for yourself. So sometimes that can be hard. I have a lot of colleagues in my current field where they say, yeah, I can't come right now to your meeting because I have a new project that was given to me, a new program, and that means I have to spend more time building this new program. Does it mean more money? Not always. This means more duties. It means that you have to really spend more time doing more work because you're already a good worker to give you more work. So why? My why for doing network marketing is not just for more money, but my means to an end. And my bigger picture, or my why, is definitely funding my own youth program, after school program. I realized doing my job as a social worker, there aren't enough after school programs for youth. Once children reach age 12, society says, well, you're no longer really, you don't really have to worry about or you're not cute anymore. I think that's the wrong idea. A lot of youth are exploited because of that. So I think that purpose or that gap means that we need more outlets for young people to be young people, not to be adults, but just to be a simple teenager or be a young person. So I would love to use my 5links opportunity to fund that. And with 5links having unlimited wealth opportunities, unlimited wealth by building residual income, you can build that dream home, build that dream life that you always thought about or dream about every night. Many of us who have dreams, our dreams keep us awake at night, right? You're thinking about, how can I get that? Not just the mansion, but the home you feel you deserve. Not just something big, but something you can really design your life for yourself, for your spouse, partners, your children, your family, and friends. That's life. How do you improve your quality of life? And it probably doesn't mean more money for you, for all of us. That's something to ask yourself. How much do you need? Not what you want. How much do you need to really live out your dreams, to live out the best life possible? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. And I answer that question in different ways. One, by being an entrepreneur, to really be the vehicle to get there. So it's not the end, it's just the start to a new life. The other way is definitely helping service to others, giving back. But also funding your passion, or finding out what your passion is and then going forward with that. So all those things are really how you should think about success. And great, it's nice to be a millionaire, it's wonderful to be a millionaire, but you really can't stay a millionaire without having a plan to use the money. So it isn't about having the money, what to do with the money. That should be the question. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it? A lot of us might not have a plan for that money, so therefore we can't really get there because there's no plan to get there. There's no plan to really spend the money in a healthy way, to be a good steward of wealth. We have already been blessed by God, I believe, to live the life of our dreams. We just have to dig deep inside to find out what it is that we have been blessed with, to find out our purpose, our passion. And it might take shifts. Like I mentioned, I had a few shifts in my life, a few mind shifts, a few saying it's not really for me, figuring out what is for you, figuring out what success is for you. My parents, they defined success as getting a good government job. First, of course, college and a good government job. And I tried that, but it wasn't for me. And you have to at least listen to that. But if you try it's not for you, then figure out what is the best plan for you. That's the key thing. I have to figure out, take some time out for myself, and figure out what is best for me. It may take some time being alone, not ignoring folks, but saying to myself, what life do I want for myself? How do I define the quality of life? And what is the means to get there?